Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And today I'm doing a little bit of surgery. So I've got my reel here. I'm gonna put it back together right quick just so I can show you everything. Look, there she is, still running, still working. Now, in my last video, I complained that this reel squealed whenever I was casting, and I showed that to you in that video. Now, guys, I happened to be on a 3-day weekend, and as I was filming, I thought to myself, you know, I like this reel other than that squealing, so I'm going to see if I can do anything about it. So today, we're going to take our reel apart. Not all the way apart, of course. No more than what I would do in front of anybody else, you know, at a store or whatever. But we're going to pop that side plate off, of course. Right there's our little switch to do that with. We're going to take out our drum, or spool. And we're going to look around and see if we can find some problems with it. So I've got the line taped so that I don't have to worry about it unraveling on me. So that squeal is either a brake issue or a bearing issue. So let's look at these things. So this is a relatively new reel, so I don't expect it to have a lot of issue with bearings. I'm looking more towards the brakes. Sometimes they don't lube this outside ring very well, and it squeals sometimes. But guys, I'm going to show you what I'm working with today. So let me actually get you down onto my work surface. One moment. All right, guys. So I've got you down on my work surface so you can see my hands and what I'm doing. Of course, you can't see my face anymore, which some people might like that. But you know what? They're going to have to live with seeing my face again, because we're going to go try this out before this video's over with. So I've got my items in front of me. I've got a work rag down. That's just to help me not lose anything, and also to isolate my reel from my table, because my table's sitting outside, and sometimes it gets a little bit too dirty to work on. And so I decided to put me a work rag down. It's stained, but it's clean. Now I've got Q-tips. I've got me, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Q-tips. I didn't pick a particular number, I just grabbed some. I have claw cutters. Now you would find those in the pet section. I'll show you later why I have those. I have a small bottle of olive oil. Anything that I lube, grease, whatever you want to call it, I use olive oil. Olive oil works for everything. There's almost nothing that olive oil doesn't work for. And it's food safe. If you're working on something that has to do with food, you don't have to worry about, oh wow, I'm going to put something on there and it's going to make me sick from where I'm using it. Nope, not this kind of thing. So the first thing we're going to do, the brass ring where the centrifugal brakes. This has centrifugal brakes as well as magnetic. So we're going to see if there's any dirt on that. So I'm going to take one of my clean, dry things, and I'm going to go around that ring really good. And you can see we picked up a significant amount of dirt, grease, grime, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go around with the other side and see if I can pick up anything else. Alright, so I picked up a little bit more. So that might be our entire problem. Maybe. But before I move on from that, I'm going to take a clean one of these, and I'm going to take my Q-tip and just dip it down into the oil and give it a second to drip 2 or 3 drops off. Kind of work it off a little bit. And I am going to take just this little thing of olive oil, and I'm going to go around that once. Just once. It doesn't need a pile of oil on that. So that's all that I'm going to do for that. Now, inside of this, there is a bearing in the very middle. I'm going to dip my piece again, and I am going to drip a couple. I'm going to put a liberal amount on that bearing, because that might be my issue, but most likely is not my issue. So we're going to set that to one side. Now our other bearing and our shaft, we're going to check that and see if it's got any dirt on it. So we're just gonna wipe it down. We're not sitting here like scraping the fire out of it. And you can see we did pick up some dirt, so that might also be an issue. And we'll check the other side, although it didn't appear to have anything. All right, so we're gonna take, we've got this nice and clean now, so we're gonna dip our thing again, and we're going to put olive oil on all that. And that should help that process. We're going to leave that kind of standing so that the oil can get down in that bearing good. So we're going to set that back down. Now I've got my dirty Q-tip here, and I'm going to modify it so that I can get down way deep in there into this right here, because it looks pretty bad. I'll see if I can get to it with just a regular Q-tip at all, any real amount. I mean, I can kind of daub my reel in. I can kind of daub down in there, but not overly great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my handy dandy clippers, and I'm going to clip that off, because if it works on animals, it works on Q-tips too. So all I'm doing, I'm just going to see if there's any grime or gunk. There doesn't look to be any at all. Just looks to be grease down in there. So that's probably okay. But we're gonna daub it with a little bit of olive oil anyway, because that's not gonna hurt it at all. It's olive oil. So now we have this all lubed up, and I've got just a little bit of excess on my brakes. I'm gonna run this clean swab around these brakes right quick. And we picked up some oil, but it should still be plenty good. So we're gonna put this back together and we're gonna go try it out. All right guys, so we're here at our local pond, and it's do or die for the world's fastest reel. If this reel squeals at all while I'm fishing this afternoon, I'm gonna assume that it's a problem further into this reel than I am willing to go, and I will take it back. But if this reel does good, I will keep this reel. So let's see if a little olive oil lube will get us the world's fastest reel permanent or not, because that was smooth as butter. So far it's been smooth as silk. Threw it hard, didn't care. Well, great. I hope everyone wants to see me fishing. I'm a YouTuber. Is that your fishing rod?
I know.
Do you catch big fish when you're at home? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Do you fish at the lake?
I'm too scared to fish at the lake. It's big. I like this. It's little. That thing, I can't fish by it. My lure get hung up. I'll lose it.
It'll get stuck on the water fountain.
Yep. Not to mention they won't thank me for messing up their stuff, because I'm gonna go after it. I like this lure. It's dirty. Well, let's get it in the water and clean it up. Thank you. Must have been just that gunk in the brakes. And make sure he's back. That's all I need to do. Hook somebody I'm trying to get to subscribe to the channel. That's just what I need to do. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Ah! Wow, that's ground dry enough for long enough that grass is on it now. That's crazy. Oh, I'm on, guys. Come here, skin him in, because it's 10-to-1 reel. He ain't no giant, but I'm glad to have him. Oh, he got all that back hook. I'm gonna have to go. No, I don't. I actually have those in my pocket. What's wrong with me? I was like, I'm gonna have to go get my pliers. No, I don't. First, let's get this bait untwisted. 3. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So, Long Creek Custom giveth again. There's our little old bass. He's not gonna win no tournaments, but I'm sure glad to have him. All right, guys. So we've got the big blade on, and I took the little trailer that you saw during the big blade video off, and I've got a green one on. I wish it had a nice chartreuse tail, but you know what? We're gonna rip with what we got. I'm gonna have to be mindful of my reeling. If I reel very hard, this reel's such a high stepper, it's gonna reel plumb out of the water. But you can see the end of that rod just wiggling away. Let me tell you, I'm throwing this thing hard. I'm not giving it a lick of forgiveness, and it hasn't made that noise once. Oh, I'm on, guys. I'm on. Let's skim in America. Oh, yeah. 4th of July, and we're catching some bass. Hello.
Healthy, isn't it?
Especially for how low it is.
Yeah, I know.
See, my guy. Hopefully. Oh, guys. So that's one on the big blade. Let's keep going. All right, guys. So we have made it home, and I think we can safely say the world's fastest reel. It's mine. It's all mine. Guys, the lube job worked. Didn't hear a single peep out of it. Most noise it made was when the line was kind of trying to bird nest. Never had any issues with that. So I have to say, it's mine, and you can't have it. So, guys, what do you want me to do with the world's fastest baitcaster? What do you want me to do with it? Do you want me to, you want me to see how much I can trade into with it? Do you want me to see if, you want me to take it fishing for a particular species or a particular place or a particular lure? Just put down in the comments. Give me some ideas, guys. But as for this video, it's finished. We proved, yes, the reel is fixable. We fixed it. And I'm just going to give you the usual YouTube things: like, share, subscribe, comment. Please hit that bell notification. And if you subscribe, please, please, please hit that bell. Subscribing costs you nothing. Bell costs you nothing. It just helps me. But that's all there is to say for this video. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.